killing of Osama bin Laden?
I don't really want to comment on it. I haven't reconciled it in my own mind.
So you're not sure at this point?
I'm not sure.
Okay. What do you think about the current state of the United States as far as some people say the United States is bankrupt? Do you put any credence in that?
It seemed like we're bankrupt.
So you believe we are bankrupt? Do you think the government is printing trillions of dollars to buy its own debt? Is that true?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
No.
Do you have any awareness of what the Federal Reserve is doing and quantitative easing, what that's about?
No.
No, you're not aware of quantitative easing?
What is it?
Quantitative easing is when the government prints money. They call it quantitative easing.
I'm not familiar with the term.
No?
No.
What do you think about the $38 billion in cuts that they passed for the 2011 budget?
Well, I don't know the detail where the cuts are, but I guess cuts are necessary if you're bankrupt and you're trying to balance a deficit.
Right. So you think the $38 billion was sufficient?
I don't know the numbers.
Who do you support for the in general for the next election? You support?
I've lived here 20 years and I've never voted.
Oh, really? You don't vote at all?
No.
Oh, really?
I'm a political science major, but...
a non-voting political science major?
Yes.
Really? So what's the reason that you don't vote at all?
Well, because I'm not sufficiently convinced that either side has adequate policy, and I think it just validates one side or the other. And I think it's my right not to vote.
Of course, it should be your right not to vote. Well, what about do you ever look at alternatives besides the Democrats or the Republicans?
Yeah, I look at different aspects of influencing government. I think it should be more than a two-party system.
Are there other parties besides the two parties?
Well, there are other parties, but they don't seem to make much traction.
Right.
The system seems...
Is the system rigged in any way?
I think it lends itself heavily to keeping a two-party system.
So the laws of the government and the media...
Media.
The media and the government, are they working together to rig the system?
I don't know if it's conscious, but I think it certainly does work that way due to the financial impact, that it has on advertising and the media and everything else, in a way that so they can buy their way to presidencies, like Bush did with 700 billion or whatever million or whatever his.
What about President Obama? He didn't buy his way, did he?
Same thing.
So our presidencies are bought and sold?
I think fundamentally. Yeah, I do.
What type of political philosophy do you have?
I'm very centrist.
You're centrist?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, it means I believe in free enterprise on certain issues, and I believe in social programs to address different issues and trying to find a balance of that. I'm not one side or the other. People seem to think they're mutually exclusive, those views. I don't.
Right. Have you ever heard of someone like Ron Paul?
Yes.
What do you think of what he advocates?
Well, I don't know enough detail to make an informed opinion.
You haven't researched it?
No, I'm aware of him. That's about it.
What do you think about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump, I think that's a ridiculous candidate. I don't know if I'm qualified to say that, but I mean, that represents everything that's wrong. It's TV publicity makes a man qualified to think he can run for president. It's bizarre to me.
A reality TV star for president?
That's right.
You're not for a reality TV star for president?
No, and I mean, I suppose he could be a reality TV star, and if he had substantial or he had credibility on programs and policy, I wouldn't exclude him because of it, but I don't think that alone makes him qualified to run.
Does he have any policies that he really advocates?
Not really anything of substance. I don't think it's integrated and well put together. I mean, it's just a lot of flap.
A lot of hot air and rhetoric?
Hot air and rhetoric, and it's just a publicity
He's not
game.
a publicity hound, is he?
Oh, I would think maybe he is. I think that's embarrassing to the system. That's to say where presidencies bought and sold people like that because of the media, because of money, can have that type of access. In other countries, look and think people like that speak for the country.
Supposedly. Supposedly they speak for us.
So,
What do you think about President Obama? What do you think of what he's doing?
well, again, it's to be honest, in these times right now, when you're fighting to survive and not sink into, out of the middle class into the lower class, I don't put a lot of focus on it. I put most of my focus on trying to go to work every day and do the best I can and make ends meet. So it becomes, my view becomes much more myopic and we're more survivalist, really.
Right. The Federal Reserve constantly printing more money. That doesn't have anything to do with prices keep going up and up, does it?
Well, again, I really don't know how that works.
No.
I'm not rejecting the idea, but I don't know. I'm not informed enough.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for